Hello everyone. Oh, it turned my lights on. There you go. You can all see me now. Right, so unfortunately, my capture card is not liking my PlayStation again. So rather than mess around and it completely like cut the sound out and everything, I think I'm going to have to do something a little bit similar as last time, which is you're probably going to have to pop a this is the right one, isn't it? This is no. There we go. That's the right one. Here we go. Yeah, so if you want my attention, you're probably gonna have to drop a little emoji. Thank you for popping a look. It has been a while since I last played this, so I'm probably not gonna remember anything. So yeah, basically just bear with me a minute. Oh gosh, right. What was I doing? Who am I? Where am I? What is life? Speaking with Otto, was there anything else I needed to do? Did I need to like do any side quests or did I do them all? Okay, well, I am completely locked in, so I'm presuming I did everything. Oh, this is gonna be...
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Huh. I wouldn't mess with Talia. Good, scary. Awesome, but freaking scary.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What? So what? Who you talking to? What are you on about? What's going on? Is it you? Where? The sun? Like... I don't remember what's happening story-wise. Hey, Boo!
Otto, how fares the realm?
How fares the realm?
Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out of mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project.
Okay, is that going to happen?
The moment the winds turn foul.
Okay.
Still waiting on a reply though.
The screen's just come on.
Good news.
So...
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
I'm going to try and not touch the table.
What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't.
There it goes.
It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Oh, it's back. Ah, it's gone. Is it back? You doing it? Yeah, it's back. You going? Alright, seeing as you're here.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate.
But you can't...
No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I mean, fair play to her.
But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine
I'm going to have to try and, like, zone that screen out because it keeps flickering on and then disappearing and then flickering on and disappearing and it's doing my head in. Stop it.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea.
I think it's
Oh, the
because
lands
connecting
around the
and
fallen mother
disconnecting.
crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces.
I've no
Now
idea what
nothing
the
but
plot is
pretty
anyway,
shards
so
of rock.
I could listen
And those that
until I've
hang
never
from the
finished.
people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay.
Stop.
End of days is upon us. Yet I fear
Either
a
break
swift
or
end
no.
is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the
Before I
hordes of
eat
mindless
you
beasts,
out the window.
with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the
think that doesn't
tragedy in
mean my
Twinside
capture
has all
card's
but
going. I've only had it a
paralyzed the
year.
Holy Empire.
Well, actually, it's coming
Dalmacia
up
fares
too.
little better.
It's a scary thought.
Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital
Oh,
after
that
the
is a
fall
scary
of
thought. I've been
Drake's
streaming for
Fang,
almost 2 years.
leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest.
Have you just got it?
The Einherjar
Have you just got
has
it?
been sighted off storm.
Oh.
The world, in short, is in chaos.
I was in the middle
It would
of
seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
God, she is grim today. And she is grim most of the time.
A castle of sand.
A
Not my
castle of
best
sand?
flourish, but it seemed fitting.
Isn't
The
that just
reports
like
I've
what kids
received
do
are
at the
considerably more
seaside?
blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend
You just
themselves
walk into her
against
hometown
those
and there's
who
just a
would
bunch
take
of
what is
kids on the
theirs.
seaside, like
Which is
tapping
only
the
ever going to
top
end
of a
one
bucket.
way.
Woo!
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
Oh, a bit tired today.
None but us.
None but us. None but us. Are you okay there, Ruth? I think he just sneezed his entire freaking spleen out. Yeah. That's Rufus sneezing. Oh god. Bless him. I felt that one in my soul. That sounded like it hurt. Open up the door and let me in.
There's a storm coming, Sid.
Is there a storm coming, Sid? Is it going
me
up the
guess.
apples and
You're
pears,
here
Sid?
about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
What's causing
Doesn't
it?
take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the sixth day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Probably.
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins,
Oh, stop
there is
yelling me.
almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss
Sorry,
the Chronicler,
you're not boring.
I
my
may have
dude.
been able to tell you more,
Just
but
really
alas,
tired.
I fear all remaining copies
It's been
have
my
been lost
first
to
week
time.
back at work, and I'm
You
just
will
like,
forgive me, I hope.
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
Aww.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Come on, stop holding out on the good gush. Tell us what you're thinking. Just tell us what you're thinking. Oh, that's what he was talking about earlier when he was like, what's that? That, dear son, is called the sun. Hmm? Just that, it's just the unknown. Ironically, it is, because they don't know what it is. So it is literally the unknown. That, my dear sir, is called a cloud. You see, basically...
It's a cloud clack.
It's a cloud clack. And that is called the sun. Oh, was that a lens flare? She just put me fucking lens flare in. I can't get it now. Come on. I swore I just saw a lens flare. Can't get it to do it now. I like it when things do that. It gives it a little bit of a sense of realism.
Clive, we have a problem.
We have many problems
one.
now.
That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three.
3 is
We
still
had
a
as many
rarity.
owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
Okay.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
Oh, jeez.
When it rains...
It fucking pours.
Yeah.
The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference.
Oh.
Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Which one? Please don't make me choose. Please don't make me choose. Okay, I can go to all of them. That makes sense. Let's go to Jim Cooper's Rest, whatever the hell we used to call it. Alright, let us go to... actually, no. Let's go to Martha's Rest first. I was going to go to Dalimil because it's closer, but these people have helped me out far longer than Dalimil has.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Dead.
All our beds are taken.
Oh no, he is genuinely alive. Don't you have crystals and stuff? Oh, he's still alive. Oh, what's going on, girl? She's still
Martha.
remarkably okay.
It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Hmm?
What exactly happened here?
I know.
Those
To be
skies
fair,
are what
she
happened.
single-handedly
Not long
drove all
after
those
they found
Akashic
Dog,
out. She's like,
we
actually,
had our
we're chill.
first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to
All those
storm the
blokes
hill.
were like, oh,
Only a
she's
handful
like,
made it up
get
here,
out.
But that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
I think we should go
That we join the
fighting.
fight.
Yeah.
I
What
thought
do you
you'd
think?
never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest.
All right, we're on it.
Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be
Well, what do
pleased
they?
to see
What do they
you.
think I'm going to be
We're on
there
our way.
for? Freaking scenic room? I got a request. Of course, they know I'm going to be there to freaking hell.
Do you think
I
there
love
were
you.
as many as Martha says?
No.
More.
More. Sorry, I don't know why. Freaking. Hmm? Yeah.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Yeah.
Them not. Not a chance.
Sorry, that was a bit pessimistic of me, wasn't it? Yep. Hey, girl. Oh,
Let's go.
I've got to stop running at them when I'm playing this one because they,
Run like the wind.
Ambrosia does not take getting run into. I gotta stop. I feel like I just wasted Ambrosia's time calling her all the way out there to get me across the bridge. Hey guys. I thought it was
Clive,
longer.
wounded.
She's looking like you lazy bitch.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Yeah. Oh. vultures still make this Damn, that is a shot. Look at frickin' Clive being like, I know they're in the middle of a war, but I need to pose. I need to pose.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you need to become one. Hey,
If you've
how
come
you
to rob this
doing?
place,
No.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of
I
the
was
Flame.
gonna say I thought he was. I
Wait, man.
recognised him.
But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
I thought he was
Did
dead.
he?
I thought he was dead. 100%
Take your wounded
thought
back
he
to
was
the
dead.
inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
100% thought Wade was dead then. I was like, come on, man. Give the guy a break.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men
Sorry.
Not long
I
after
don't need
Rosalith's
to tell it off after
The
saving your
Guardians asked me to
backside,
shelter some
love.
of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble!
Of course there's
The
trouble.
scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
They're not
Damn
gonna
it
make it.
all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Come on then. Descend the lift. Descend into chaos.
My
Dead.
Mad dogs. A lot of them.
My dog. Roaming the world and my dog. Can I pet that my dog? Could you imagine Jill just being in the background and going, can I pet that my dog? Jill, no! Can I pet that my dog? That's what they said when they first picked up.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up
Oh
the
my
lift to
God, they first
Martha's.
got Torgal.
But what about...
Jill's going,
didn't
can I pet
ask,
that
Oscar.
dog?
Sir,
So Wade,
Wait,
Lord Rosfield, if you
why
aren't
did
a
he
sight
yell
for
at him
sore
then?
eyes...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Yeah. Well, you thought. Oh.
Behind you!
Sorry, that's
We
not.
need to get
That's
the
not
Inter to safety.
intimidating.
Do you think we can hold them off?
I'm sorry,
We can
it's
certainly
really
try.
not.
are you with us, Sir
Really not
Wade?
intimidating.
Always.
You started off with
Then
a
let's do
wolf,
our
and then
duty.
you went for a freaking turtle. The horde crab, fair enough, yeah. Yeah. This is like, if you'd have done the, yeah, you'd have done the humans, you'd have done the monsters, you'd have done the, oh, what's the other one that they've got? That? Don't send the fucking adamantoid. Don't send the adamantoid. Dude, adamantoid's got, adamantoids are scary, but not that. The gigantic one in Final Fantasy 15 was scarier. The Adamantoids is not scary.
Chocobo and Kashyyyk are the saddest.
Yeah. I can imagine they probably are.
Is anyone hurt?
Nah.
I don't think so.
We are good.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
Ow, my pride!
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
Like any dumbass.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha. Oh, Martha's coming to rip you a new one.
Something
just
wrong.
in case any of your pride was still
Look
remaining.
out, saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool.
Bet.
You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Okay. I mean, you haven't really been much help. You're kind of the reason we're here in the first place. Just saying. Love you, Wade. You know.
Mad dogs.
Mad dog. Can I pet that mad dog?
More.
Can I pet that mad dog?
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there.
Let me get back out there. This is gonna be another fucking situation where she's just gonna take me across this fucking bridge, isn't she? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Slow with you.
This one.
Not that much slower with you.
This one.
Oh.
Get him.
Feel like it is. Oh, I thought my screen blacked out for a second.
Something's coming.
Okay, like this is scary. Like, this is scarier than the freaking
Apologies, my lord.
quick
Did I
turtle.
miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Shall we?
All yours, Torgal. Death. Time for you to die. Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
That wasn't 100.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
least they're safe for now.
What did you find out there?
Nothing
The same
great.
as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
All of them.
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
No worries.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready.
Why don't you all
The inn
move
here
to one
affords a good
central
view of the
location?
land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Ooh. A symbol of trust, loyalty, and undying friendship. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. Aww. Thanks, Wade. That's really sweet.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Okay.
Oscar, over here.
Oscar. Hello.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Makes sense.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him.
Oh.
Yes, Sir Wade.
Go for it. Do it. Have faith. Have courage.
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Go, do it.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once.
Do it.
And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
I did kind of kill him, so maybe not.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
Which is not a lot.
I would not have it any other way.
Oh, look how happy he is. That's really cute. Okay, party makeup has changed. What does that mean? Does that mean he's just gonna follow us around now? What does that mean? Okay, well, Martha's safe. Where's the next one? I'm not keen on... Well, I am keen on Isabel. She kind of reminds me of Inara from Firefly.
First we'll find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the
I saw it with my own eyes.
Saw it
Whole
with
of
your own
Oriflamme under
eyes.
flood. Then
It's
where
interesting,
next?
like... Oh no, actually, it is still pretty busy. She's down here somewhere.
I can't do it.
But you
Oh,
can.
you don't need to worry about it. Hey, girl!
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different.
Different?
They've taken so many. I've lost count. Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls.
Great.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Thanks. I got a request. Interesting.
4 left for more on the captain's orders.
Two came back. Yeah, so they're kind of having their asses handed to them. Yeah, that's a little bit. Oh.
Don't leave me, Paul.
Thing is, though, which kid? Oh, was it supposed to be her?
That thing, it took off the captain's head.
Ooh.
Before we could even draw his steel.
Why is...
I'm not going back out there. You hear me? Fuck this!
Why was that one line very different to everyone else?
It's all right. Give me your arm.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
Ooh, this is kind of why I do like
She
this
speaks the
about.
truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
But, you know, if they know that they're going to get slaughtered, it's a difficult thing to do.
I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Hey, Bear. You okay?
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family. They're still in the capital.
Don't leave me, Paul.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
Yeah, I get the feeling they're not alive.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Yeah. Because, don't quite know how to tell you. But they ain't alive. How does one...
I assume you have a plan?
Here is how
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Let's go. Faster!
Oh, there's the good look. Oh, this is where that little girl left her bearer friend. I'm presuming she's not still here. Because that would be really grim if her body was still. Or still just in a corner or something. I thought that was a shame. There it is. See, are they Akashic? They kind of look like they are. Yeah, this ain't good. Here's the flood. Here's the village. At least I actually got to ride it for about 3 seconds.
I see them. With me!
Does it even need some out of it? It's fine. You can do it. Cool.
Should I try?
Save your strength.
See, the thing is though, I'm getting used to thinking this means like a drink instead of like fried drink. Like, she's gonna put that right. Hey! Time to drink my fried drink. I'm so fancy. You already know.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
So what?
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Good.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
That's kind of cute, not gonna
Now,
lie.
if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Don't say milady to come.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
There is. Have we tell? I am presuming then that the village that the guy was talking about when he went to go check on his family and they ain't looking too spicy.
We're still alive, aren't we?
No.
Yeah, but only because of the Dame.
My hair was the train before that. They're still there, or have they moved them on? Oh no, they're still there.
As long as you remain, the Vale will see to your needs.
I left everything in the capital. What am I to do? Where am I to go?
You don't have to go anywhere. The Dame will see you taken care of.
Oh, thank Grieger.
Don't thank Gregor. Thank me. Right, let's just go to Dalamil then.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Fucking thieving bastards.
As if life hadn't been hard enough round here since the Fang fell.
If you're wondering why Dalamil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
My shop. Why would anyone do such a thing?
Oh, where's our little friend? Where's our little friend? I think he's there, love.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Hey.
Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Hey,
Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
We have not.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic.
As if by magic.
Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
We have
What makes you think they won't?
We have very sharp, pointy
Fair
swords.
point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Yeah, that's weird.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
What, for long or just for a few seconds?
Yeah, the whole time.
Oh yeah, because it will have been because you're on the phone. You don't want anything that requires audio other than what you're doing.
No, I was on the phone on this phone.
Weird.
Maybe because that was
Maybe, yeah, because it would have taken. Oh, no, it didn't. It didn't show you were in the stream. Give me my pointy sword and I'll stab a bitch.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
I mean,
But
they
what
both
happens
have
when
got
they
a
come
point.
back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself.
We both
Come
got a
back
point.
when you're ready to talk like adults.
Ah, I like him. Hi.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Hello.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Bigger question.
This is in chaos. And the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose
I'm guessing it
his
doesn't
patience
matter
must
even
be
if I'd done
waning.
this one first.
Who are
I
those
noted
people?
this was the locked version.
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
I'll go take care of the bandits, then you're not spending money, and then you can have them poked up on the wall, and you can pre-warn them that I will slap a bitch if they start. Simple!
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
Indeed.
My thoughts
That's the
exactly.
problem.
What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Good question.
Well, If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action.
Touché, but what are you going to do
Victor,
about it?
pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
And we'll deal with the bandits.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful.
Are you? We're going to have these two
worry,
pretend
Victor and I will
to
do
be
most of
bandits.
the talking. You need only play along.
I was going to say.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
They're going to pretend to be bandits, aren't they? Alright, well you're closer, so... You're close for an animal.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
How do you do?
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad,
Get him in the background
are you
going.
saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Yeah, they've said before that he can't lie. Are they basically saying they're freaking dumbasses? But we'll know you'd be able to handle that. But he can't lie, so... But you would have thought that he would have been better suited to that.
I'm scared.
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
You would have done nothing.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed... Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles
Oh,
in the
he
capital
really
are
can't
buying
lie,
up the
can he?
city's stocks of barley and wine,
Oh.
driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill
He
says
can't
is
lie to
true,
save his
I fear we
life.
have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not
He's looking
wrong
at
in
him
his
like,
assessment
you are
of the
not
bandits'
helping.
likely
Can we just
return.
stick with the woman, please?
Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike. She saw right through it. I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
So basically, they got Clive to do the clever one
Not
because
convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
but they were funny.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Yeah.
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have.
So basically, they were like, right, the guy's a dumbass, so he is going to believe it. So you need somebody who's convincing to do that. The woman is intelligent, therefore more likely to listen to it, listen to what you're saying. So therefore, once she's cooled down, she'll be more likely to listen to reason. So we'll get the stupid one who can't lie for shit to try on that one. I mean, fair play, they've got the two of them pegged.
My shop. Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
The bandits are
I take it your scouts found
The bandits are coming.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn
And
town.
the problem is the bandits are coming. That.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert.
Now, is
A
it?
move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
At least this
That
time
is
it's
a
not
lot
a
of
cash
faith to
stuff
put
I'm
into
fighting,
those
I
who had their
suppose.
hands around
Change.
each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Okay. Good luck. Okay. Where are we going? I wasn't listening. All I heard was the bandits are coming in a little bit.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
Yeah! That's my girl! Right, I'm taking the sexist pig. You can do whatever you have. Ooh! You can do whatever you want. Oh! When it's not patchouli.
Overwhelm us.
Oh, they can certainly try.
Get him.
Check that bit. Check that bit. Okay, go on. At what point would you like necessarily like, oh, fine, I'm leaving. If you're dead. Facts. Dropping them hard truths. Say less.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
Phrasing. Nah, they're all dead.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
I think they all are very, very dead. Everybody wound up. Oh, okay. You're all fine. Just yeah. The bandits are coming.
So disappointed.
I am.
Natalie.
Right, the two of you just need to
I
kiss
owe
or
you an
something because the
apology.
sexual tension is
You
making
did well
me
out there.
uncomfortable.
The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Right, again, can the two of you just like kiss, go into the inn, get a room?
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a
Shut
compliment.
up. Shut up. I don't need your level of sass. I mean, you're right, but I don't need it.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Hey, bear. Everything's okay.
Was wondering when
Do you
turn
ever think
up.
they get freaked out?
Ours from all
Like,
our friends
I don't know if you've
thanking
ever
you for your
seen
timely
Beetle or Dirtly, but they
How is
have
it
the
you
thing
always
about
manage to arrive
NPCs
at just
and
the
like
right
things
moment?
from NPCs'
Luck, I
perspective.
suppose.
So stuff with like
With a
that,
word on
like
the
I
rest of
would
the
love
realm.
to see them do a
Hmm,
skit where
let's
they're just like,
see.
oh my god, they're suddenly there.
Storm's
Hi.
still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Thanks for putting it into
Clive,
perspective.
we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Hey, oh,
Thank you,
I forgot they picked him up. Hey, bro.
Forgot that.
I did. I genuinely did. I forgot we picked him up. Hello, my brother from the same mother.
Who's that guy?
So
That's your
it was
brother.
not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him.
Damn.
Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
You were.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite
He
my
is
best
what the
efforts.
professionals call a
18
dick.
years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
Maybe your ability to
That
nick
is one of many
everybody's
answers that have eluded
icons.
me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive,
can nick him.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
his mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
I'm sorry, what the hell did you just say?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's
you wanna run that
flames
by me
mend
again?
the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Don't be shouting at the guy.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Jeez. Mate, can I have 5 minutes? Jesus Christ. Okay. Come on.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Yeah, if he ain't listening to
Was
Ty,
I
he's
not
not
such a
gonna listen
talented
to-
healer? I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
And I keep a fucking eye on you.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you.
Very close.
I'll look after him.
Wait, why is she not going with you? Send 3 dominants together. Let's see. Ooh, we got a message.
Did you see that?
Did you see?
Tell me you saw that.
Did you see it? Just see it, see it, see it, see it.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Probably not.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished.
One of
My
the
first
kids
thought was that
clearly
they'd
nicked
taken them
them.
off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared.
They're lying.
Which
They're children.
almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I wish you'd look on
Perhaps
your
a visit
search.
from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
I don't like how much joy Clive is taking at the idea of, like, whooping some kids' ass. I'm coming, kids.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
You've worked with kids, you know how to
I mean, absolutely, 100%. I'm like, it's time for an ass whooping, kid. I hope you're ready for
I
your
heard the
ass
Emperor was
whooping.
impaled on his own son's spear.
You heard correctly. But don't talk about it in front of
We're
me.
all gonna
It's a bit
die!
sensitive.
You hear me?
Oh, shut up.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
They'll get us all straight. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
So I'm guessing this is where the scales went. Ah, shit.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
Ah,
No.
double shit.
Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Mididol. And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well, then your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Fix the frickin' scale.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midadol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Fair enough. Yeah.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
Focus, ADHD kids.
Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers.
Bangers
But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
Yeah.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel.
It's not really tiny.
Or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Midadol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're
Yeah,
very
that's
useful
right.
when you
Stop
want to
saying
make things
round.
move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
It is, you
You
can.
know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
No, ninjaneers.
That's right.
You
We're
call
Miss
them
Midadol's
ninjas.
hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future.
Hairs.
She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
Oh,
What
it's
do
so
you think,
cute.
Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You just got to know the difference between heirs and
You hear that?
ninjaneers.
It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
I'm kidding. That blonde
Hey,
kid is like
look.
absolutely.
We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
He is suspicious. He is suspicious. Yeah. Shotgun. Yeah.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
Absolutely.
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the 3 of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
Maybe she's there.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
You've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
But you did forget the cog, so that scale isn't gonna move. Or did he do that on purpose? So they would take it apart again and refix it. And do it properly.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Goots! How you doing, Boot?
What am I gonna do?
What you done?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
I'm not afraid of a lashing.
Thanks, Clive.
You know what I mean.
You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Got it. Come on, girlie.
Lady Karen. How's business?
How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
He's gonna be like...
Can't complain.
Wait.
Wait. What exactly are you getting
say,
at?
just come out with
Not
it.
once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest.
Just be honest with it.
All right.
You can't lie.
I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I love this woman.
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dallimil has been spreading word to that effect.
Oh, that's great.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocence, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that.
Oh, you
if
really
you'd ever
upset
paid the
her.
slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Oh, that's put a really sour taste in my mouth. I don't like this one.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Hold on. She's still cross at me.
Clive. Come back soon. And I mean that.
See, this is why I didn't like that. Oh no. Oh, I can't teleport there. I'll have to do that bit of the story before I can finish that one.
It seems the hideaway's lost
blasted
its
book.
appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly
I
old
do.
fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
I love the fact that
You
he
do
never
that.
calls him tomes.
Lest we forget,
He always calls him
you've got a
Harpocrates.
reputation to uphold.
Hey there.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not.
They do.
I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
So I imagine this is going to be similar. Hello, kitty cat. Please do. Oh, tear me to pieces. There we go. You are get the cat. Get the cat. Oh yeah, that'll be the missive, won't it?
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Scarf. Lid, Martel. And Rouge. Making it very difficult for me to play. Here we go. More requests. I apologise for the sudden untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of the manor, To the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it pleases you, my lord, prithee, come to see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
But again, I imagine that's going to be a very, very similar situation. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She puts on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and those stiff limbs of yours and your countenance and, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? Damn! I helped you out, brother! Sid, you have a thousand thanks for helping us rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we've seen the end of their life. But Philippe has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again. For calling by Alfroy, the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders. Just as I imagine the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors. You have an uncanny talent for showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our effort on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hard-working. So as you can see, he has already learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. Aww. Martha, the Guardians are getting along with the Axes fine enough, working to shore up the rest's wall when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. Oh, that's sweet. Right. Theodore, word out of Twinside is that there's little left of the capital after the Mad Prince's royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? Yes! Finally, somebody's using the phrase tits up. I trust you did, but a Stolas might be good to set Elle's mind at ease. Don't lie, Theo. You're more worried than she is. You're far more worried than she is. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same as these accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but also the hearts of their people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destructions of the Storm's final mother crystal. For now the realm endures, but with each new flood do her few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is as ever dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's tiding. Until then, our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken. About the other day, Otto. I'll have you know I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one, not even my mother, and so you won't soon catch me doing the like again. So if it pleases your lordship, we can forget about the whole damn thing. The Sid I chose to follow all them years ago is gone, and there ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy that lives on in you and everyone else here at the Hideaway, sure as the sky is blue. At least I think it's still blue. And as long as it is, I'll be right here where you can count on me. Don't you dare apologise from crying. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Right. I don't necessarily want to jump too far into stories because they have a habit of when they teleport, having a cutscene that can be any length of time. And I'm just aware of the time, and I'm also aware that this very naughty kitty cat does not let me stream. So it may be a case where I have to finish up for tonight. Yes, I may. But thank you very much for watching, lurking, chatting, whatever you have been doing today. This is what I've got going on at the moment. Good puppy, angry puppy. Good puppy, angry puppy. Good puppy, angry puppy. Good puppy, angry puppy. Let's be angry puppy. Let's be angry puppy today. Right. Woo. Oh yeah, I forgot we've got Bahama, haven't we? That'd be interesting. Tighten, a couple of new little bits and bobs. Things apparently fine. Oh wow, okay, so I have all of that. I don't have you at the moment, but I do have this is very difficult to do, kitty cat, with you literally sitting right in front of the screen. Actually, which one have I got? Wind up and upheaval. So, which is that one? That one. Damn it. It's okay. So, Ifrit's now pretty much done. Phoenix is not too far. And I did realise it had been a while since the last time I'd done that. Yeah, because that was like May the last time I played this. It's been a hot minute. So, right then, I will stick my thanks for watching screen on. Okay, setting off a raid. Let's go say hi to Callum. So again, thank you very much for watching, lurking, chatting, whatever it is that you've been doing. I won't be back tomorrow. I usually aren't. But I will try and be back at some point over the weekend. Maybe, if not, we'll see what happens. But until then, have a fantastic rest of your evening, day, whatever time zone you are in, and I'll see you later. Bye! Cat, you've got to stop biting me.